But to recap what happened last session, dude, y'all took down the main shadow room in the lower end of Riddock with the help of Rogue from the Kahar Temple. And after taking down the Shadow Drake that came from through the portal that appears to be Gorikir's divine realm, Gorikir being the god of Menticide. As you all, after you defeated, you all went into the portal room, hoping to maybe free some mind slave people, these people that are there against their will, but you were not able to do so. But you did find a crystal that, this little purplish crystal that you have taken, and Turlon can see little floating, little darting, little tadpole-looking things inside of it, whereas others cannot. So that's interesting and weird. But anyway, you all got that crystal. Then you all went to the Reaver Council, met with not Soma Drog, who you're supposed to meet with, but you met with Burga Pot, who said for some reason she couldn't be there. He gave you each 333 gold. Hell yeah, for your endeavors in helping clear out the shadow rooms. And then you, before you are all able to leave, suddenly rushing into the room was a woman from the Etbison Temple underneath the burst, saying that there have been clouds, swirling clouds forming above Vaku's peak. Again, it looks like there's going to be an imminent blizzard once again coming, which happened like a week or so ago in the world that kind of smothered everything and brought you all together. Looks like another one's coming. Bergapot was very not cool with that and said they have devised a plan to shoot you four in the burst towards Vaku's peak, and for you all to meet him at the burst at noon. And it said it was going to be charging the whole time. So that's kind of a crazy plan, but you all agreed to it. And I've already messaged you all about what you all want to do, or if you all wanted to do anything before, after that meeting took place, and then anything in this morning. So we are going to do a time skip to right about basically noon when y'all are walking to the burst. But first, what I want to do first before we do that is you all took a sleepy time in the Sleepy Inn, one last night in the Sleepy Inn. Now, for dreams, I like to go through dreams. For dreams where all of them are kind of just, in between filler little dreams, I'm going to kind of switch towards focusing on just one person at a time. And then there are going to be nights where all of you have dreams, and those are going to be much more important. But just for the sake of time and for the importance of each of those dreams, I'm going to kind of reduce it down. So I'd like to focus on Alden's dream in the Sleepy Inn. You all got a room with enough bunk beds so that Alden could sleep there for the night, reunited once again. Alden, could you please do a dream roll for me?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Alden.
65. I like it. Your dream, first off, when you lay in bed in the Sleepy Inn, this is a completely new place that you're in, but as soon as you close your eyes and you're laying in this bed, you feel just so comfortable. It's been a long day. Close your eyes. You can close your eyes and you can feel like, this is your bed. You're just, this is just you're going to get some good sleep. It just feels right to be sleeping here. So you're just getting nice and comfortable. Now, your dreams are typically memories that you've had, good and bad, throughout your life, and they seem to haunt you and keep replaying in your head. And this dream starts off no different. It's one of your earliest memories that you've had, and you have dreamed this many times. You are sitting in your parents' study, books all around you, and sitting in front of you is your dad, You are very young at this time, maybe like 4 years old. You're sitting in front of your dad, and you're facing each other, and you are trying to cast a spell with your hands. You're trying to get fire to alight within your hand. And you keep trying, and you are not succeeding. And so the dream starts right with you failing one more time, and your father getting up and saying, "Ah, I don't know, Gildred. I don't know. He just can't do it." And then he gets up and turns to your mother, who is standing there also in the room, and your mother goes, "Oh, calm down, Michael. He's very young, and it's going to take some time for him to learn these things." And normally in this dream, what your father says next sticks with you. It's the reason why you have this dream. Whenever you mess up a spell or anything, these kind of words replay in your head. And so you're anticipating them as you are experiencing this dream. But those words don't come out. Instead, you look at your father and he turns towards you, which is not what your memory is. This has not happened before. He turns towards you and he takes a big sigh and he says, "You're right, Gildred. It's going to take some time, and I just know that he'll be able to do it." And so your father walks back over to you, kneels in front of you, and says, "Why don't we keep trying?" And so you start trying to do the spells again. It's a little bit hazy at these parts. You don't remember the middle part, but when recalling this dream, you do remember the end of it, where you suddenly flick your hand in the right way, and suddenly there's a flame that appears in your hand. And you see this image of your hand out in front of you, your little 4-year-old hand in front of you with a flame inside. And you can see your father's face behind that flame, alighted by it. And you can see that your father's smiling, a sight that you haven't seen very many times in your life. It's certainly not smiling towards you. But as you look at your father with the flame in your hand, you notice that he's not smiling at the flame. He's smiling, looking right at you, and you can see that there's pride in his eyes. And then you wake up from the dream.
Okay. I
And
wake
for
up
a moment,
weeping. I wake up just sitting there crying, like just tears coming out of my
Crying.
eyes silently, just kind of like, and I
as it,
just go, just sigh.
Did
as
we
it,
all wake up with him to see that, or to see you
uh,
crying, or are we sleeping through the crying?
I'm not even, it's not even like audible crying. It's just like I open my
just
eyes and I'm just like
tears.
sitting there normally, like a mummy in a sarcophagus, just with tears streaming down my face.
As you realize that it was nice while it lasted, but it did not last forever. And
That's
you,
life, baby.
yeah, that's life. So
Sorry, Michael.
fucking Michael and Gildred. All right, so that was your dream. So we are going to focus now, do a little time skip. You all are checking out of the Sleepy Inn, and you are now walking towards the burst, walking down the street towards the burst. As you're walking, is there anything you all would like to say to each other? I mean, y'all, this is the first time y'all have been together really, since Riddock. I mean, you all got back late last night. You've all been doing your own things in the morning. And this is the first time that you've all really been here since getting to Riddock. Alden had to go pee.
When we met back up with you, Alden, you briefly said just like some things about having run a school, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yes, I
that
did.
that's me asking you, and then in character I would have said, um, so what was that about the school?
Oh, it's still ongoing, but it's a work in progress. I'll relay my adventures to you very briefly. Well, after I went to go pee, I got sidetracked and forgot where I was. And while I was walking around, I figured, well, I can make a little bit of coin here. So I set up shop, and as I was doing so, I actually noticed a hack fraud infringing on my business. Someone who kind of stole my outfit and performed similar tricks. So I showed them up, took them under my wing, and then had the bright idea of starting a school from that point on. Uh, and so I just kind of, slept on that. And the next morning, I perused the city looking for talent. And as I did, I stumbled upon the Tense of Luck. And it was there where I noticed the absolute buffoonery that people are, making of card tricks and my magic. I spoke to the manager about the state of things, and I was deeply offended, and I made it my sworn vengeance to burn them to the ground and kill them all. So, with new motivation, I set out and attempted to recruit as many people as possible. I met a few people named Bobo, a person named Bobo. I had to figure out, I realized this is all going to be very expensive, so he gave me the bright idea of pushing drugs to the market. He helped me recruit some people, and I told them to come to the Shadow Room because I could handle the spells there. So, and then tried to start building up my gang of wizards. So basically, I tried to start a Shadow Wizard money gang to take down the Tents of Luck. But yeah, I started a school, Aldwarts. What'd you guys do?
Wow.
Having nodded through this whole conversation, just kind of waiting for you to finish, Turlon will look at you, and kind of squint and say, this rival of yours, what was their name?
What?
You said there was these hacks operating a rival school. What were their names?
It was the Tents of Luck, and
Those the tenth. Okay.
let's see. I
Well,
remember.
what do I know about that organization?
I have to go back through my stupid.
Oh, I'm asking Steven, what do I know about that?
Yeah.
By that?
Well, yeah, no, the name is James, is the name of the person that you spoke to.
Yeah.
Or the being that you spoke to.
Yeah, and there was a fox guy. The manager was a fox.
What do I know about the manager specifically and the organization generally?
You have not heard of James or whoever runs the Tents of Luck, but I will say that generally, based off your background, you have turned the Tents of Luck being a big kind of festival, carnival area within Riddock, just throughout your travels in the Tilky Forest. You've heard of it, but that is about it. Not much more than just it's a big deal in Riddock.
So, I have some business deals here. Alderwatch is on the map now. You can really go see it. It's on a map.
Isn't this city plastered with maps, right? Like around like every corner.
Well, not on every map yet, but
I'm gonna check the nearest map.
Y'all are passing the map by the Reavers Museum. It is not there.
Yeah. I said it's not to this one.
I haven't gotten to that one yet. No.
Oh, shall I mark it?
Yes.
Might as well.
Show me where.
I just point towards the Shadow Room. There, right there, right on top of that.
I take out a small knife, and I carve an A, comically large, into the spot.
This is like 25 feet up.
Oh, I didn't know they were that big.
Shit.
Yeah,
That's
they're
fine. I
big,
can deal. I think I can deal with that. Hang on. I gotta go look at my stuff, see if I have an ability that can get me up there.
I'm just as that's happening. I look towards the other two and I go, "What'd you guys do? What do-
Same stuff. We
No, we did
Well,
not do the same stuff.
yeah, not really.
Not at all.
Yeah, someone else go. I don't really remember.
So we went to the temple near that magma pit. Met another purple blue elf there. Rogue. She seems sweet, but she's also really weird. She tried to get. Hold on one second. Keep getting messaged in real life. Gah.
Are there any perches nearby this?
It's in the middle of these large, wide roads.
So you said it's so. What is the size of the map, like in real physical space?
It is 25 feet by 25 feet.
And it is like perfectly freestanding, like up from the ground.
Yeah, it's like a foot wide, just block of wood on both
And how many
sides. It's a map.
how many feet from like what position on the map is Aldwards?
It's all the way in the top right.
Like it's in like 25 feet up, 25 feet right.
Yep.
Yeah. Like maybe
Okay.
more like 20, but yeah.
Okay. That's fine then.
We must have missed it.
I'm gonna use my if it's 20 feet high, I'm gonna use my mirror's reflection. You see, I just kind of shine my mirror up, and a copy of me appears on the side of the wall, and I kind of perch onto it.
Okay.
And then I reach up. Presumably, I can make 5 feet reach.
I think so, yeah.
And I carve an A, and then I drop all the way back down.
You're just writing the A, not the rest of it.
Well, actually, now that I know it's 25 feet by 25 feet, yeah, I could carve the whole thing. Yeah, I'll carve the whole thing. It's not the neatest because I'm doing it with my non-dominant hand because I'm clutching onto this wall for dear life with my dominant hand. Yeah.
Standing on top of a clone of
Actually, I
yourself.
completely forgot. If you scroll out to like the map and go to the shadow room, you can see.
Yes.
Oh,
That is where Alden wrote Aldwarts on a different map.
fuck. It was already written. We just didn't see.
That was just on a different map.
Yeah, so I fall back down,
Thank
and
you.
I say, well, there you go.
This will help business tremendously.
I look up, I presume at 20 feet, 25 feet high, you can barely see it.
It's a little rough to see, but in the right shadow you can see it.
We do a little bit.
A little bit of trolling. Yeah. You get some onlookers that are staring at you, but no one interrupts you as you're doing this. Alright. You all are continuing walking, but Felix, you're in the middle of explaining random things that Rogue did.
Yeah, she was sweet. I think she's weird. She believes. I think that she believes that there's something in the lava. Tried to get Vita to walk in the lava.
You tried to kill Vita?
No, she didn't want to kill him. It's just that the type of elf that they are apparently doesn't feel heat. So she's able to like walk in lava up to her knees. I don't know
I've
how she
never
still has.
noticed.
I don't know how she still has skin. But that's her problem. Yeah, we did some research on like the weird, fucked up cultists, and the menticide guy. And then we went to go take him down and met up with you.
And you can't
Uh,
say any of the 4 words that everyone's knows that you can't say.
Oh yeah, it was tested out in front of us, and it hurts really, really bad.
4 words?
You know
Yep.
'em. Everyone knows them.
You'll know them.
We canonically we know that they're past eras,
We know
right?
them in our heads, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I know we know the words, but like we intuitively know the words, but we know that the words themselves are the names of past eras.
Yeah, we know that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
then
they're
I will
gods.
just say the era names.
Oh.
Well, you know, it's a bit of a social taboo, and at times even a physical taboo.
Well, we
But
can say Vidana. That's the one we're in now, but the other 3 don't say them. Trust me.
I go to like start to like mouth one of the words, and then I stop, and then I like shake my head.
Yeah, just,
Okay.
yeah, don't mess with that.
Good to know.
Vida did it. It was Vida. It wasn't me.
I didn't know.
And now we know.
Okay, well, good to know.
Oh, and we also
Amazing.
went to the burst.
I didn't get down there. I went to Bucking Broncos, I think was the name of it, or I went to this underground bar. Bucking Brogs or something. No, wait, it was something else.
Brogs?
No. Well, I did go to Brogs.
We've been to Brogs as well.
Oh, I love Brogs. That's where I had my big idea. My napkin idea. I got some
Do I remember
novels.
something special about the napkins in Brogs?
I got some novels to help make some potions to give to the populace. And yep, Well, I haven't been to the. Oh, what happened to the girl? That little critter.
We stole her
Oh.
off safely.
Yeah.
Send her away with family.
Okay, that's good.
We were a little suspicious of the family that we were going to send her off with, but I could not find a single reason to
She's
not
fine.
like them. So
Oh,
I think she is just fine.
okay, cool. Did you get anything, like from turning her in, or?
I don't think they did give us anything, did they?
No, we
I
didn't.
did not know.
Oh, we should have asked.
It was
No, we
just a
shouldn't
good
have.
deed.
Okay, can we get going again? Can we keep moving?
I presume we've been moving this whole time.
No, we've been
you-
watching you carve Aldworth. It's been a very slow
Ah,
process.
I'd say I did that decently fast.
Uh-huh.
Well, we're at the burst.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, we're at the
We're at
burst.
the
Yeah,
burst.
Huh? So this is the burst.
So this is the burst. This is the burst time.
Bro, dialogue hater over here.
As you all have been walking, just throughout this entire morning, but also been walking throughout your time in Riddock, just in the distance, you've always heard the sound every like 10-15 minutes ago, or every 10-15 minutes or so, when the burst goes off. But this whole morning, you have not heard that sound. It's been kind of a little bit eerie. You've gotten used to it as your time here in Riddock. But as you are approaching the burst, there's some things that you notice. The first is that when you first, well, Alden, this is your first time seeing the burst, but for the other three, when you all saw the burst, it's this large cylindrical tower, essentially, that has a huge cannon on the top of it. And throughout the middle of the tower, there's these rotating fins that are rotating in the wind. And for Felix, Vita, and Turlon, you have seen the fins before, and they were kind of smaller, but it seems like it's almost been extended, and this middle part of the burst is spinning much faster now. You could almost hear this audible, like sound as these huge fins are spinning around in this tower that is the burst. And the second thing that you notice is that the three of you that have seen it before know that the entrance to the burst is on the west side of it. As you all are approaching from the north, you see that a large crowd is forming on the west side of the burst. Like as you all are approaching, like it seems like around the entrance to the burst, there are probably 200, 300 people, just of all different backgrounds, are all standing around the entrance to the burst. Like they are clustered around it. It's quite a lot of people. Is there anything you all specifically do?
I'm still just staring up at this. This was here the whole time. That's what that noise was.
Yep, the whole time.
Yeah.
That's the burst.
That's the burst.
So there's a crowd.
I'm just gonna walk up to the crowd and see what they're looking at.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep my eye out for redacted, Steven.
Yeah,
I think you followed.
I do.
What
Okay.
does that mean?
Don't worry about it.
Uh,
Don't worry
but
about it.
yeah,
Walk over to the crowd.
as you all are getting closer to the crowd, you start just hearing them murmuring around, like they're all just talking to each other. It's not like they're super excited about anything, but you kind of overhear just little snippets about, I wonder who they are, or, I just want them to be here. I want to ride the burst, or,
Oh shit.
oh, we've been waiting here for like 2 hours. Why are the fins so large? Like you hear all these just rumors about, essentially everybody doesn't know why the burst is not operating, but they have been told that there are people coming.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to do something, so I'm going to do something really quickly that I would have done at the beginning of the day, which is Vita. I hand you I hand you at the beginning of the day. I take a relatively large scale of a lizard folk, which I just remind you, those are living, breathing,
I was gonna say, it's just
breathing,
a
sentient, conscious creatures.
I don't want
flake of
this.
skin, dude.
I break it.
I don't want this, man.
I break it in half and I give it to you. as long as you're holding that for the rest of the day, you can cast spells through me, and I can use any thaumaturge ability through you. I can do this every day, just all the
Just
time.
through me? What do you mean through me?
Well, it's in like for spells that have range or something, right? You can start them on you or me. So if you had like a touch spell, right? And I was in touch range of someone, you could use it through me. Or if you had a spell that emanated out from you, like a 30-foot cone that does damage or something, right? You can do it from me or my mirror.
Vita will ask you, what is this?
It's a scale.
That's it? A
Oh well,
scale of what?
I'll take it's a little folk scale.
You don't know what that is?
And then, wait, is everybody here?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I
And
will explain in character very briefly that it allows you to do magic through me. I don't want to. Yeah,
You didn't know
okay.
that? You didn't know
No,
that?
I guess everybody knew that. Okay. My
Yeah.
bad.
I do not like. I could try. I could give you another item
You
if
already
it will make
broke
you
it,
more
so
comfortable.
You can give me another one?
Yes, if just you don't like the scale.
Well, you're gonna take the scale back?
Yes, of course, I'm going to take the scale back.
Okay,
I'm not
no,
going to throw it
no,
away.
no, I'll keep the scale. Everyone already knows about it anyway, so
Well, next time I can give you something else.
why are you giving this to me now anyway? Why have you just had this the whole time?
I just leveled up. I got the ability.
But
And-
why?
but I will say, it's something that I've been working on with my various esoterica. I have been trying to do this for a while, and I think it might be working now.
Alright,
It,
well,
it is simple. It will allow you to cast spells through me, and me to cast spells or use abilities through you.
okay. I got some crazy ones though, so you ready?
I'm
Hey,
ready.
if you ever want to use that on me, it'll, we'll go crazy, okay?
I will alternate back and forth depending on the
Okay.
day.
Yeah, you can have it tomorrow.
For you, though, it won't be a badger tooth, Alden. I'm thinking sludge for you.
Sludge?
Sludge.
I can do a sludge. I
Felix,
have
if you
some here.
wish,
Can I
I
scoop
would.
out some muck from underneath my cloak?
Yes, that will work very well.
What?
Uh, I
Haven't
love
bathed in
thaumaturges; they're
days.
awesome. And I will
Oh,
say to Felix, I will try to find something more of this world. I'm sure that would be more comfortable with you. Something of the forest. Don't know if that's a hate crime, but
no, I'm just caught up on sludge.
Still think
Vita
about
is confused, but everyone's acting like they know what all this is, so he's going with it.
it specifically rhyme sludge, if you care. If you even care.
If you even care about my rhymes.
If you even
Don't
care
care
about
about
my
rhyme
rhyme
sludge.
sludge.
I care about the rhyme sludge staying away from me.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I've got that in my pocket now, I guess, as I head towards the crowd.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you all, yes, the crowd is murmuring about people are supposed to arrive. The burst is closed. Why
That's
is this
us.
all happening?
That's us.
Oh, shush. I'm gonna hit you.
Well, I said
Shh.
that.
He said
I'll
that
be
to the
quiet now.
crowd.
Yeah.
Uh,
Also, yeah,
I'm gonna try to
okay.
play off the conversation by just basically say kind of also that yeah, we're right too. I wonder what could be going on here. I'm just gonna kind of look to the two of you that aren't Vita.
I'm just.
I
What do
just
you mean?
shrug. I don't know.
I'm gonna turn to you, Vita, and say,
I turned.
shh.
I want to look towards the
Okay.
front of the crowd potentially and see like, is anyone there? If anyone's there to like greet us, that like is anyone like expecting us? Like, do we see a familiar face?
Are you just trying to peer over the crowd and see if you can see?
I'm standing on my tippy toes. I kind of forgot how tall Alden is, but yeah.
Yeah, give me a perception check and make it public just for fun.
Just for fun, he says.
Just
Okay,
for fun.
well,
Oh!
all right.
I'll say that there's just too many people. I'm talking. There's probably it's like 50 people deep. This
I can't see
from-
anything. Stand back, wizard coming through. Wizard coming through. And I start kind of pushing my way through the crowd.
All right. Well, there goes any cover. I'm going to
We
going to
saved
follow.
this place.
I'll say some people kind of get out of your way, and
Yeah, I'll follow.
I'll say so. You hear some murmurs of some people, either being like, "Oh, asshole," jerk, and some people like, "Oh, mate, do you think that's them? That's them?" And some people are like, "Oh, I think. Oh, wait, are they finally here? Yeah, they're finally here." And they're all just like whispering and talking to each other as you all are just wading through this crowd.
I'm gonna like slink into my coat, like my big ass coat. It's just kind of more than normal.
Vita is gonna be nodding.
After doing absolutely nothing to gain the love of this crowd, I'm just gonna kind of replicate Vita and be like, yeah, yeah, absolutely, yes, no, never fear.
It's the
I'll,
Grace Patriarch of Old Words for you.
I'll say as you all are going through, you'll in front of you, Alden, if you're leading the charge, suddenly a woman who has a whole little book in front of her and a quill approaches you, and she says, "Hi, I'm with Riddock News. Are you the four that took out the shadow rooms in the lower end?"
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. My name is Alden the Amazing. Yes, I'd be happy to give a news report. Yes, these my compatriots here, and well, we're on a very busy mission right now, and I'm sweating, and I'm like getting very like clammy because I'm like, this is my fucking big break. This is my big break. Like, this is it. I can.
Fuck it up.
How am I gonna plug all words into this?
Yeah,
Yes,
she's
yes. What
furiously
questions do you
writing
have?
down
What
everything.
questions do you have?
She says, how did you all do it? How was it easy? Was it terrifying? Was it hard?
Well,
Everybody
we're
wants to
all
know what was in the
great-
shadow rooms.
Was
We're
not
all
hard.
great magicians here, and well, magic was used to defeat the evil, to defeat the dragon. That's right, a dragon. And I like look towards the crowd.
Everybody says, everybody's worried. Oh my god, the dragon.
Who wants to see my magic? I say to the news reporter.
She says, if you're willing, of course, yeah, yeah. What kind of magic? What would it be?
I'll say,
Oh.
give me something.
Also, Dylan, I just want to let you know, I actually misread it. It's even more powerful. It lets you take spells that are touch range, and you can do them up to 30 feet away from me. You can also do them
Shit.
touch if you
Okay.
want.
That's
Oh,
good to
fucked
know.
up. Okay.
That's good to know.
What the hell?
While Vita's settling on the spell, Aldworts is like again trying to follow the lead and is like
Alden, you mean? You just called yourself Aldwords.
Aldworts.
I
I
have
said
the
Alden?
school as me. I have the school.
Oh.
The
No,
school
you
is
said
me.
old words.
Run
No,
back the tape, Steven. Run back the tape.
If I must have muttered it, but Alden is fumbling to get his cards out. He's like, this, and I do like a fucking like card trick just in the fucking from the
Guys,
crowd.
we're gonna lose so much publicity here, guys.
Okay, Alden, I want you to do a games check, and Vita, you said for her to hand you something.
Yeah, give me something.
She hands you her quill.
Or quill.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I do a
Pockets it.
spell? You
Give me
can
something else.
resolve Alden first.
Oh yeah. Alden is doing some, like, all of you are looking at Alden. You haven't seen him really do card tricks. He's spinning these cards around in ways you haven't seen before. He's doing pretty good. I mean, you've never seen card tricks like just spinning around like Alden's
You can
doing right
learn
now.
all that and more, all that magic and more at Aldworts, near the former Shadow Room.
You hear some claps around.
Yes. And fuck the tents of luck, by the way.
Oh
Get
my
rid of those
God.
guys.
All right,
I'm
thank
not-
you, Professor. Everybody, we gotta get going. I'm gonna start shoving people towards the burst.
My
I'm
spell's
gonna-
been cast already. My
What
spell's
did you
already
do,
been
Vito?
cast.
Okay, very good, Vito. You get to give the interview later.
What
The
did you
spell
do?
is gonna. The spell's been cast.
What did you do?
Spell.
What did you do?
Because you can't just shove me with it, because immediately I I lean over and my hand, blood just starts coming out of my hand, and the
Yeah.
blood in my hand turns into a perfect replica of her quill.
Jesus.
And I hand as I cast Blood Duplicate.
Yeah.
The quill, the duplicate one, feels wet and gross. It's obviously fake,
Yeah.
but I hand her both. And I
She.
say,
Yeah.
hmm?
As Felix starts shoving, you hear some voices around being like, "What the fuck? What was that?" It's just some shocked faces all around you. And she kind of gets pushed to the side as y'all are being pushed through, and she says, thank you."
And if Felix is pushing me,
Yeah.
would this happen almost immediately then? If I'm more than 5 feet from the duplicate, it just turns into a puddle of blood and evaporates. So Felix probably
That's
just
all.
immediately is pushing me, it just immediately
Yeah.
dissolves into blood.
Yeah, just blood
That's
in
so
her hands.
That's
She's
so
got
funny.
blood all over her hands. Just
Yeah, alright.
traumatized poor reporter. But you
Well,
all are continuing to push. But I will say, as you all are
I'm
pushing
going
through
to
the crowd,
break away from Felix to go help the fucking reporter clean all the blood off her
oh, it
hands.
evaporates. It evaporates.
Okay,
Okay.
then never mind. Then never
Yeah.
mind. Then never mind.
you
Quickly
look back and
evaporates.
you can look back and there's no more blood somehow. But yeah, as you all are pushing through, there's people trying to get your attention now as everyone is starting to, mob mentality is slowly starting to realize that you are the people that we've been waiting for at the burst. And, everybody hears about dragons and everybody's like, oh, dragon, dragon, dragon. It's getting a little bit harder to get through the crowd, but luckily you start hearing some yelling from out in front, and it's like, make way, make way. And you see some guards are started clearing a path for you all and like forcing back their bodies as you walk
This is
towards the
crazy.
entrance of the as you walk towards the entrance of the burst. And as you all make it there, there are some individuals standing in front of the doorway into the base of the burst. Felix, Vita, and Turlon, you remember waiting at this door or I'll say Vita and Turlon, you remember waiting at this door specifically to go onto the burst. And you notice that there are some figures, some of them familiar to some of you as you are approaching the door. I'll describe all of them quickly first. Alden, you notice James is standing there. This is a 9-foot,
What?
like, fox face, really tall, wearing this long white robe with these kind of light blue etchings into it. And there are a ton of tails, just really long tails behind them. You don't know how many tails there are, but this is what you all visually see. But Alden, you recognize this person as James. You also see Bergapot there, who you've all met, is standing there.
Gee.
You all also see Rogue. You all know who Rogue is, and some of some of the people from the Kahar Temple with their distinct robes on. And then there is another person there who none of you recognize, who's also standing there at the burst. But as you all approach, Burger Pot gets in front of y'all, and he says, "Oh, thank you all for being so timely and coming in. We had kind of created a path for you." And he gestures to the left, and there's a whole wide path of a whole bunch of guards that for straight on from the west entrance. But you all made your way through the crowd. And he was like, "But thank you all for coming here right on time. Before you embark on this journey, there's some people who wanted to specifically talk to y'all and give y'all some things for this dangerous journey ahead. Is that cool with you all?"
I don't want to talk to him. No. Why is he here?
Yes.
I'm going to hit you in this chest
I'll do
and
whatever they
say
say.
and say, "Shut up." Yes, we'll take whatever you have. And then I'm going to whisper in your ear, Alden. I'm going to say, "Grin and bear it. If these are truly bad men, we can make sure they pay for what they've done later."
Who's a bad man? All right. I'm like,
Who is this? Vita says.
and then I'm going to kind of just like push you forward as I kind of nod to you. So then we'll do what we need to do, but later. And we walk forward.
All right. The first
I
person
mean that, by the way. We can kill him later if you want to.
yeah,
I'm gonna do much more.
I want to burn
So
down the
much
tents of love
more.
and murder everyone. Uh, you all approach. The first person that you all approach is James again, like this very tall, like 9 foot tall, just creature that has a large fox face and wearing this long white robe and all these tails behind them. And they look at Alden first, and they say, "Ah, hello, Alden. It is so good to see you. I can imagine that you do not want to see me, however. Is this true?"
Yes, you imagine very correctly. Yes.
Hmm?
Said, "Well,
Be
Alden,
nice.
I would like to apologize for my behavior a few days ago. I was having a very bad day,
Is
and
bro being mind controlled?
I decided to take it out on you." And I'll say, you all notice that the and Alden, this is true for when you originally spoke to James as well. They have this very kind of just flowing, like almost moving like as if they were like a balloon slightly in the wind. They're kind of just have this very floaty atmosphere to them, and they're just kind of bobbing along, and they have this very strange way of talking that is not, with emphasis on weird things. So it is kind of off-putting to you all, but Alden, this is exactly the way that they spoke the last time you saw them. But they say, "I was having a very bad day, and I took it out on you, and I am sorry. Do you forgive me?"
I remember what was I was just told be nice, and I'm like, yeah, yes, I do, yes, and
Are you not
yeah,
looking at him?
I'll roll a deception check.
Okay.
Um, can
Uh,
I
yeah.
attempt to uh try and cover for him? Um, Mr. GM.
What do you
I just
want
gotta
to
go.
do?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so I'm going to just
Sorry.
try to like act very like a green and nod my head, and I'm just gonna try like that's good. That's good. That's I could be like, that's good you feel that way, Alton. That's a very kind thing to say. I'm just trying to like immediately cover over whatever like vocal tics or like twitches he has that are kind of making a lie obvious. I presume with my past perception of 19, I can tell that it's not a very good lie. So I'm going to try to cover it by basically trying to like steer more attention to myself to make it difficult to notice the verbal tics, the weird actions, and the way he's kind of looking strange.
Okay. Have you roll a deception check for me.
21.
I'll say that uh, I'll say that James turns its head, slowly towards you, uh, Turlon, and as you're looking at them, you see suddenly their eyes just quickly flash white as they're looking at you, and it's not like flash white like a light or like a flashlight or something. Like it's just there's this quick sheen over of white, and they say, "Pri, oh, Turlon. Well, I am uh, glad that I am meeting you here. I did not know that you were going to be here. It is not often that someone with similar passions enters my walls. I want to speak to you after I am speaking with Alden, if you are fine with that."
I don't know who this person is. This thing, this creature, this 9 foot daddy. I mean, what? Sorry, what? I
What
don't. I
the?
don't.
This-
What? I don't know. But seriously, I don't know who they are at all. Like no shot.
You roll a nature check for me.
Good nature check.
Do you know what foxes are?
18.
You have never seen what this creature is, this is obviously not just like a normal just person walking around. You have never seen one in real life, but you have heard of these large, creatures with fox-like heads and tons of tails, and you know that there's kind of a mystic nature to them. They're not just, normal people with normal flesh and blood. There seems to be something innate to this creature that is more mystical and magical in nature. So you have never met this person specifically, but you do somewhat know that this is not like a person. This is some kind of
I
creature.
I very cold, expressionless. I say, of course. I'd be happy to. I am lying.
Yeah. They nod their head and they look to Alden and they say, I have a parting gift for you. If you will accept it.
Yes.
And one of their
Yes.
tails kind of whips around and then reaches into a bag that is at their side and pulls out something and flips it up in the air, and with like a ding sound lands into their outstretched paw as they reach out. And you can see that there's a golden coin that has landed within their hand, and they kind of put their hand out to you, Alden, and they say, Ah, would you like to take this? It is a coin of luck. What do you do?
I just kind of like, yes. I'm familiar with these, yes, and I say thank you. These are
Yeah.
exceptionally rare.
And they nod their head and they say, Yes, this is a coin that will land on whatever side the owner wishes. And from me giving it to you, Alden, then you are now its owner. And they kind of pause for a moment and then they say, There is something else that this coin can do, but I have been watching these past few days, Alden, and I see that you are quite a trained wizard, so I am sure that you can figure out what else this coin can do.
Yep. Yep. No, I can. Yep, thank you. I'm sorry for being a sourpuss. And I just kind of walk on my way.
They say, That is all right. And they turn
And
to
they have-
you.
Yeah, I'm sure they're still talking to us.
Yeah, and they
All of us.
turn to you, Turlon, and they say, And you, Turlon, are you curious as to what passion we share?
Yes. That pause was real.
They say, Well, as I am sure that you know, it is quite rare to meet someone these days that both understands and appreciates and respects that there are things far older than the gods. And you and I both know that we can harness that power. Now, I know that you are going on this journey, and I wish I could speak to you for longer, but it's going to be a dangerous one. I have something I'd like to give you as well, if you're willing to take it.
Of course. Thank you.
One of their tails once again reaches back into a bag that they have on their back, and then pulls out this. It's like this cylinder-looking thing that is maybe 6 inches tall and like as wide as like a Pringles can, and has a kind of a lever on the side of it, like a rolling lever, like old cars had for windows. This rolling lever on it, and they hand it over to you, not in their hand, but the tail kind of comes over for you to take it.
I take it.
And they say, Ah, this is a device I created not too long ago, back when I needed to fight things. but no longer. This will aid you in all of your battles in the future. If you put in your esoterica that I see that you have, you can create pastes that deal damage on your weapons.
I'm going to close up my coat a little as they say that.
Mm-hmm. And they say, "Are you pleased?"
Yes, thank you.
And they say, "Ah, well, that's great. Good luck to you all." And they start to walk down the path that was originally created on the west side.
I
Do
just
you
sit
have
in the
this
corner.
item in Foundry?
Hmm?
Do you have this
Yes,
item in Foundry?
I will hand you these items.
do-
Both
what
of
do-
you have now gotten these items.
I
Okay,
would like
I'm
to
just
take
in
a
the corner.
second. I'd just like to take a second to read the description again of this
And I'm just
thing.
going heads, heads, heads,
and,
heads.
I'll tell you, it's fucking working. Yeah, let me have 1 second.
I'm like,
What
wow.
do I
Okay, let me
Uh,
what do I
give
think of this?
1 second. Let me give you the coin of luck, and I'll put it into the chat just for fun stuff. This is that, and then I'm going to give you Turlon. Why can't I click into you right now? Because I'm dumb, that's why.
Steven, no! Steven! Steven!
Alright, 1 moment. There we go. There's yours.
No way.
Yours is a little bit more complicated.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Oh my god. Oh, I'm using all my brain power. Oh!
Grinds esoterica into paste.
Silent frontal lobe, panic rolling is speaking.
Mm. I'm still laughing at that. I just realized since we're level 4, we should technically also be able to have runes by now, right?
Yeah.
While we're talking, can I just retcon adding a rune if I have the money to buy it?
Yeah, for if at any point y'all realize that you wanted to buy something, just let me know. And we can
Yeah.
have it just be retconned in the morning. But
If you don't understand, if you don't know anything about runes with Pathfinder, by the way, if you're a martial or you do your primary damage with a weapon, you should definitely have a rune. Put a rune on it.
y'all got some money.
What do I think of this? This
What do
huge
you
fox just comes up to both of them and says, "Hey, I know about things older than the gods, just like you. Here's a gift."
how do you feel about it? Well, would you want to roll something? Do you want to know
Yeah.
if you know anything about what they're talking about?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. I just feel like that's a big thing to just say in front of people.
Oh yeah.
That's why I was it's not obvious. That's why I was so rigid there. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, roll an occultism check.
Fuck.
I also, Mr. GM.
Yeah. And if Felix or Alden, if you are trying to figure out in any way what the fuck that means. Yeah,
Critical
Alden wasn't
success.
listening at that point.
Nat 20 for the 26, baby.
Oh yeah. Vita, you hear that there are things older than the gods, and that is not that crazy to you for you to hear. It's not, it's you didn't know any otherwise that wouldn't be true. So it's certainly something that you were not expecting, but it is not crazy you. Felix,
I'll go with it.
Felix, you had no idea that you don't even know it could even be possible that James was just talking out of their butt and just trying to intimidate or something, that maybe there aren't things older than the gods. Turlon, you, with your nat 20, you understand that there is no history of any of this stuff, but a question that has popped into your mind often is about, the gods are these all-powerful beings. But of all the gods that you ever heard of, or any gods that you ever talked about, there is no uh, legend or creation story, I guess, for gods in terms of what creates magic, or these kind of base elements, what created the world. You can imagine it was the gods, and that's what most people assume. But there are no stories or anything that has been passed down for, this entire time. So when you hear that there are things older than the gods, what you are assuming is that they are talking about there must be some either entities or something that are, where did the gods come from, essentially. For most people, it's just they always were there. But for you, it's something that's been percolating in your mind as to if there was something before, the gods were ever here. And that is what you think they're referring to. You don't know what those things are, but it has been something that you have thought about with all of your esoterica, and kind of dealing in these beyond, these things that are separate from deities and gods. You are dealing in, spirits and, oozes. Like, where do all these things even come from, right, is the question that has been percolating in your mind for some time now. And that is what you are assuming that they are referring to.
Yes. Okay, thank you.
But as you all are thinking about this random, the person that none of you have ever seen before walks up to you, Felix, and they look like an older guy in like their 50s, like has kind of like salt and peppered, like short beard,
My
kind of just
son.
short black hair. But what is distinct about them is they are wearing that'd be crazy. They are wearing these dark green robes with this gold lining on, interlaced throughout all of them. And they are and he walks up to you and he says, I am assuming that you're Felix, and he kind of looks you up and down.
Yeah, I'm noticeably like antsy as this conversation continues, like just kind of looking at the mountain. Yeah, that's me. What is it?
He says, I am, well, my name is Sage. I'm from the Temple of Juton. You know of
Right.
it, like the goddess of the forest, right?
I do.
Yeah. Well, Juton herself spoke to me this morning and wanted me to give you this. And he kind of reaches, and his kind of hands are kind of shaking a little bit as you see that there's this gold medallion around his neck, and he kind of slowly takes it off, and he sighs to himself as he's doing it, and he kind of hands it over to you like this, and he's like waiting for you to come out and grab it.
Yeah, I take it before he
Yeah.
finishes. Like, I assume he's an old man, so he's going slow. I just take it. What is it?
I'll say that he's not moving in such a way that he's old. It seems like he doesn't want to give it to you, I'll say, is what you kind of pick up on it, but you do take it from him. And and you say, what is it? He says, that is a Vohan medallion. It's normally given to some of the most what's the word? I'm losing it.
I'm losing it.
The most devout, that's the word. The most devout followers of Juton. She decides them herself, but she told me this morning that she wanted you to have it. And he kind of just feels for his chest and he says, and yeah, she wanted me to give you mine. That she said if you're ever in trouble, in grave danger, if you just clasp onto it, and she said to think of your time in the Tilgi forest, she will come to your aid. Please take care of it, please. And you see that he's kind of tearing up a little bit as he's handed you this medallion.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, real frightening stuff. Thank you.
He says, "Do you know why she wanted you to have it?"
Oh, yeah, but I can't talk about it. Burger pot. Thank you for the medallion. I appreciate it. Tell Jutan, I appreciate it.
All right.
Really do.
Now have the Vohan medallion in your inventory, and you see Sage kind of just walks off and is kind of saddened by this.
It's a hip problem.
Yes. And as you, the very last person that is standing there besides Burkapot is Rogue, and you see that one of Rogue's fellow Kahar followers kind of nudges her on the shoulder and kind of faces her towards Vita, and you hear that Rogue says, Vita, I want to speak with you, please.
Oh, Rogue, it's been so long.
She
Sure.
says, it has, how is your heel doing? Is it better?
It'll never be the same, but it's better.
Her eyebrows kind of go like wide a little bit, and she says, you mean, has it not healed?
Whoa. They don't call it a heel for nothing, man.
Oh, good God.
It's good.
He says, it's good?
It's fine. I'm walking. I'm okay. I'm fine.
That's good to hear. That makes me happy. Well, I wanted to apologize for injuring your heel again. I think I've already apologized. I don't remember, but I'm sorry that I did that to you.
They told me you apologized to Lucas, who related to me.
Oh, well, well, yes, I wanted to apologize to you again. Sorry about that. And I wanted to give you this. And she reaches in her bag and she puts out her hand quickly like this, and she's holding this reddish black, like baseball-sized sphere in her hand. And it's kind of
burn me if I hold this.
She says that she's quickly shaking her head, and she says, "No, it won't. No, it won't."
Okay. All right, I'll take it.
And do you take it?
Thank you.
Yeah. And you take it.
Bye, Rogue.
You take it, and it's slightly warm in your hand. But it doesn't burn you at all. And also, there is no, smoke or anything. It's just, it's this nice warm thing. And she says, "Did it not burn you?"
No. Did you think it could have?
She said, "I was a little worried that it would have."
Are you serious? All right.
God.
Bye, Rogue. Bye, Rogue.
No, you can burn others with it.
Away.
You can burn others.
We'll figure it out. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you all so much.
I'm still going.
Away.
I'm over there going tails. And then I'm like, oh, if anyone knows Amelia from Aldwarts, I'm like looking out at the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Tell her I'll be back. Keep the school going. She knows what to do. Tails.
You see some nods, and you all head on.
Some nods.
Okay.
Yeah, man. All right, whatever. Sure. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. You all head on inside to the burst, and if you remember, there's this hallway as you enter, and it goes off to the right and kind of curves up as it goes up, where it's this spiraling hallway that goes all the way up the burst. and Bergapot is in there, and he says, "Oh well, did you all receive all of your items?"
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah.
He says,
Yeah.
"Oh, okay. Well, as we are heading up, we are. Or wait, okay, one moment. I need to pull up this. As we are heading up, the lady that you met yesterday, which I need to fucking remember the name of. One moment. Where the fuck is it? It's Hera. Okay. She says. He says. Hera, who you all met yesterday, is as you all are walking up. She asked me if you all could make a prayer to Epison. You are on a long journey, and this is customary. Don't worry, everything will work out just fine. But we just want you, if you all could, as we're walking here, if you could close your eyes, say something to Epison. I don't know. I've never really done this. I've never gone in the burst like this or had someone do this. But if you all could say something to Epison, that would be. I think that would really help. That's what Hera asked, and y'all are kind of just quickly walking up the burst, and he's like hurriedly saying this.
Yes. Okay.
Uh,
We do that.
Sure, I'll do it.
Alden doesn't know who Epison is, but just kind of goes over there and stands like, I don't know if anyone's ever been to church and you're not religious, you just kind of awkwardly stand there whenever someone starts praying. You're just kind of like trying to be like respectful.
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same.
Yeah, and Berga kind of ushers you all. It's like, no, we have to keep moving. We have to keep moving. Just do it while we're walking.
I'll do it.
While that's happening, I'm going to take. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a I the glass kind of clinking sounds come out of my cloak for a minute as I pull it to the side, and I pull out what appears to be a fermented bison's tongue in a jar.
Obviously.
Yeah.
I take it out and I drop it in my newfound grinder and I start
Mhm.
grinding.
Yeah. Yeah.
I try to keep it quiet during quieter moments, but I feel it's we're all kind of still moving.
I feel like I know exactly what that sounds like.
Yeah, so I'm just like like a manual coffee grinder, just going at it for a minute. I presume that it kind of falls into this cup. And then I'm going to take the paste and I'm going to Steven, those items I gave you, do I have an infinite source of those, or do I have one of each and I'm using it up and I need to find it again?
I said.
I'm fine with
Yeah.
anything, but
I said I'll say that you have like 2 uses of each. Like you could
okay.
create 2 pastes of each. So you
And
could
that's for
make
that's
2
for the
pastes now if you want, or
yeah,
1.
and that's for the paste. But like just for my general esoteric abilities, I have a infinite stack of it. But for the grinding up dust to put on my weapon, it's
Yeah.
stuff I've actually found and listed. Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
So
It's
I'm going
just
to
the
do that.
stuff
I'm not going
listed.
to apply it yet because it only lasts for 10 minutes, but
Yeah.
I'm going to put it aside. Presumably, I have a jar for Esoterica that I can kind of put it back in. And I'm just going to, I don't know, shake the remaining slime out of the tongue jar onto the ground or something, cap it up, and put it away.
Mm-hmm. Scrumptious. Is anyone saying anything to Edbasan as they're walking?
Wouldn't even know what to say.
I'll just say, please protect us on this journey. Thank you.
Please, let us to where we need to go. Please.
A fly flies out of Alden's ear.
May the gods protect us.
Yeah. As you all individually say your thing, like close your eyes, or as you were walking, suddenly, from behind each of you, you just feel this sudden little burst, for a lack of a better word, burst of air, kind of push you forward a little bit, as it almost is acknowledging that Epison has heard you. And as you all are starting to walk up to the top of the burst. You all are going up. Is there anything you'd all like to say or anything to Berga as you all are walking up?
So
And-
how long is this supposed to take, actually? That mountain is a ways away. How long are we going to be in the air for?
He says, well, it's about 200 miles away, and
Oh my God.
from what Hera
What?
was telling me, you, she is, Epison is able to push you all at about, I'm just going to say that they have the same imperial units as us, as about 30 miles per hour, so it'll probably take about 6 hours for you all to get there.
What?
Can we get
What?
the harness? Can we get the harness?
I see.
Harnesses?
Oh, yes, Bertha has that once we get to the top. Or Lurfa, sorry.
Uh-huh.
Lurfa.
Aren't we? So we will be in the air for 6 hours,
For 6 hours.
Yes.
All
and
right,
we
can I use the
will land
bathroom first?
exactly there.
Oh,
We'll
yes.
land where we need to go after 6 hours of being in the air.
You all prayed to Epison, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna
Then
briefly.
yes, you will.
I'm gonna briefly. Okay, that's awesome. I'm gonna actually attempt a prayer now, under my breath. And while I do that, I'm going to briefly perform like a more quick but still accurate Hero deck reading for myself, just to kind of get an outlook. So you see that I take out this delicate set of cards, like in a small wooden box, and I just start kind of shuffling them and like flipping them over a little bit. What does the tarot card say? And I try to bullshit a prayer to Epison. What was the name again?
Epison, yes.
Epison. Okay. I'm gonna try to bullshit a prayer.
Roll a religion check for me.
Okay.
I'll say
yeah.
when you do your prayer, you do feel a sudden burst of wind behind you that pushes you forward, like, a little bit
Well,
faster in acknowledgement of your prayer.
cool.
But the tarot cards, I'll say, the reading.
I'd say that normally the way I do this quick reading is it's a bit difficult for you to like figure out on the fly, but if you want to, I'm gonna text the chat a link. Basically, I just sort of let the thaumaturge energy kind of take me over as I shuffle these cards, and ultimately the card I land on is the one that speaks to what's happening. There's like a lot of them, so I don't know. You could just control F search a word outcome that you want to tell me, wrong or not.
I will say that the card that you get is the big sky. Is the third one down.
It's very literal.
I'm going to take out the I shuffle my cards and you see I pull out one and I look at it and I kind of squint and grimace a bit before I put it away and I shake my head. By the way, the big sky represents momentous change as when all the slaves of a nation are emancipated.
I pull
Okay.
out my spell book
Mm-hmm.
and just get it ready to read in the air. The spell book I got from the store.
Yeah.
I guess I'll have to hold on to my hat the whole time.
As you get up towards the top, Alden, at any point, do you make a prayer to Epison?
I don't even know who Epison is.
This is true.
No. Alden's not particularly religious, so he's just kind of like.
Alden dies. Alden
He's
dies.
kind of like,
Splat!
thanks. That's all I say. Thanks.
You feel
I don't even
nothing
say
on your
that.
back.
I just kind of like, yep.
Yep. That's all right.
Yep.
As you all reach the top, you all see Lurfa, who, if you all remember, is kind of a flamboyantly dressed dwarf. And he says, well, hello there, but, I don't know what I'm trying to think. Oh, yeah. He says, hello there. If you all could put on these much more comfortable harnesses, that would be great. They all have the parachutes that you're all used to, and he says, he kind of pauses for a sec. He says, you all have been on the burst, right?
Yep, we have. Yep.
Yes.
No, I haven't.
He says, oh, well,
But I'll be fine.
you'll be
How hard
fine.
that
You'll
back
be
gonna
fine.
be?
Exactly. And as you all are, you get these harnesses. They are a lot bigger. You know, the ones you had before were kind of just this backpack. But for you, Turlon, it looks like you're not going to be able to wear your coat and the harness at the same time. You're going to have to put your coat away in some way.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Awesome. Okay. I take off my coat. It like it clanks and looks like it's full of shit. Like there's a million pockets. It's not
It's
moving like fabric.
Literally.
It's like a weighted blanket almost. I'm very frail, like very, very thin, like almost bony. Uh, I guess I hold it. I try to like fold it up in a way that doesn't leave the pockets exposed. Um, yeah,
What kind
that's
of
all I
shirt
try.
are you wearing underneath? Just out of curiosity.
Oh gosh, I wrote this down at one point. I'm pretty sure I said it was like a white tunic with like simple buttons, essentially.
Okay. All right. Awesome. Well, yes, you are, after you can hold on and you can kind of get it in between some straps that are some, once you tighten everything on, you can kind of tie it to yourself and still hold on to it while you are going in the air. But is there, as you all get on, you all walk into the cannon section
Actually,
of
wait,
the
sorry, I have a
burst. Yeah, what's
backpack.
up?
I'm gonna stuff it in my backpack.
Okay, you get in the backpack, don't have to worry about it then. But as you all have your harnesses on, uh, Alden, this is a very strange experience for you. Also, Felix, you've never been inside of this thing, but you're within just this large, empty cylinder. It's probably like 80 feet tall, and like I think it's like 30 or 40 feet wide. And as you all enter the cannon part of the burst, it's pointed straight up, and you can see below that you are just standing on this metal mesh, right? Kind of like a sewer grate, right? Like, like New York City or something, like this metal grate, and you just see blackness below you. You do not see anything. It is just black beneath you, and then above you is just a sky 80 feet up in the air. And Lurfa and Berga are both standing in the doorway, and they say, "Are you all ready?"
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Then they close the door, and as you all are standing there in anticipation, suddenly this whirring sound starts, where it's this really deep, just sound, and it's starting to get louder and louder, which is very similar to the last time y'all were on the burst, Vita and Turlon, but it starts to get much louder. Not so much so that it's like deafening, but it is incredibly loud as you all are just standing there, just, anticipating when on earth are you going to be shot into the sky. And as you're all standing there, the sound is getting louder and louder. And then suddenly, all the sound stops. And you're standing there for just a second or two. And then,
Oh, wait,
you are shot into the air. Yeah.
Oh shit!
If you need to
Am I
use the
behind
restroom,
Alden,
it's
dude?
out. It all comes out. I'd like you all to make fortitude saves for me.
Go ahead, make the poop check.
Make the dues check.
No.
Please, please, can I aid him on his shit check, please?
That one.
That would certainly be a hero point kind of moment I'm feeling. I'm simply feeling. 20, by the way, for me.
He keeps rolling private.
He's scared.
He just says 20 every time he rolls private.
Oh, have I been rolling private this whole time?
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, sorry, I did not know that.
I'm
Reveal
keeping mine.
to
You're
everyone.
keeping your
That's the
Vita.
thing. I just realized I could do that.
Hell yeah, dude. But Vita, you do not remember any of this that I'm about to describe, as the force that you all are shot up at, Vita
Oh,
instantly
no.
blacks out. But you all,
Just like King's
with-
Dominion.
yeah, like a roller coaster, but much crazier. You all are suddenly shot so high up into the sky that the ground quickly starts leaving you. Before, when Vita and Turlon, you all rode the burst, you all floated up maybe a couple 100 feet up into the air, and you could kind of see a little bit around the forest, and it was cool, whatever. You all are still shooting up so high in the air that, like, if you were to look up, all the wind is going past you. It is a crazy experience. But as you all are slowly starting to slow down, you all look down, and I will say on this clear day that it's been, you all can't judge distances so well, but you all are right around 4.5 miles off of the surface of the Earth, which, just for reference, Everest is 5 miles off from sea level.
Oh my god.
So you all are so high up in the air, and I would love if you all could roll 3D100. Just type that, /R 3D100, or I guess you could do it in the calculator.
I'm
Because
scared.
This is
I'm
I'll say,
scared.
if you get a sum of 3, your parachute fails. Everything else, you're fine. So it is yes.
Incredibly unlikely.
It is a 1 in a million chance, quite
45.
literally.
Wow.
45. That is kind of
I'm
low.
actually scared to press that.
45 is a little close.
Yeah, 45 is a little
I
close.
wonder how much time you
Okay.
have to go before you get to 1. Like,
Yeah, and it's a 1
Million.
in a million chance. Yeah, so on average around a million. But just for fun, you never know. But all of you, as you all get to
Whoa.
the apex, that's a lot of them.
Who is that?
don't worry about it. I'm throwing dice out of my cloak as we fly over the sky.
Ah.
But as you
Ow,
all reach
ow,
the
ow.
apex of your flight, your parachutes suddenly deploy, and you all are caught up as you are just floating above, and you all feel the wind from beneath you and behind you suddenly start to push you in this slipstream towards Vaku's peak. So I am going to activate.
Oh, I'm still unconscious. Fuck.
The dice is unloading stuff, and
Oh,
I'll
crap.
say,
Oh, it's still loading. Fuck.
yeah. 1 second.
Yeah.
I'll say, here's this nice little
No way.
transition.
No way.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
As you
Let's
all,
fucking go.
as you all
Yep.
are,
Oh my god.
God is not dead.
as you all are floating above the
shit.
Earth, you, as you all start to be pushed by this wind, Vita, you come to, and all of a sudden you are just floating in midair. In this moment, you,
Oh.
from all you remember, is it's just, whirring, stop, second, you're now here. You don't remember any of the previous moments. But you are now floating high in the air, very high off the ground. It is quite beautiful. You all launched around noontime, or probably I'll say around 1. And as you are floating towards Vaku's peak, is there anything you all would like to do? You all are close enough that you could talk to each other.
I'm just kind of I'm reading.
Yeah, you realize.
Huh? We're
Hold-
flying at
How the
Y'all,
hell?
y'all are just in parachutes.
What?
I don't know what to tell you.
even then you're not reading. What? You're
reading.
flying through fucking
It is
Vaku's peak and you're reading? Oh.
Listen,
Look at the world around you.
Kids these
I
days
looked
don't
at
get off
them
the
just-
damn books.
I'm just kind of huh? What? Oh my god, this is amazing!
Oh my
And
god.
as you hear me saying that, you look over. I'm like reading my book.
Oh my god, I can't believe they did that.
Oh
um,
my! Oh my god!
well,
Reading a fiction book.
it's kind of a cop out, but I'm not going to do anything. I'm just, this is like beautiful, right? Like I've never seen anything like this before in my life, and certainly never will again.
Yeah.
So
None of you
I'm
have
like,
ever been this high.
I'm like
Never seen
every
anything like it.
fiber of my being is focused on just trying to take in every moment of this and remember it. I got nothing. That's all I do.
Yep. And what about the rest
Beautiful.
of
If someone tries to talk to me, I probably shush them.
Yeah, I feel like I'd just take it in, like be in awe of this. It's kind of insane that we're just flying. So I don't know if I would do anything.
And the whole time, because you all are being pushed by the wind, it's not like if you were running at 30 miles per hour, or if you were driving at 30 miles per hour and you could feel the wind. The wind is going with you, right? There is this wind all high up in the sky that is pushing you towards Vaku's peak, and it's not a natural wind. You can all tell that pretty immediately. So it's not like there's just wind in your face constantly. It is a very nice and pleasant breeze as you all are going through it.
Lovely.
Yeah, I'll take it in. I'll
Yeah.
never forget this moment.
Yeah. And
Me neither.
as you are going through, you can see Tilgi Forest beneath you, but you also can see in the distance. You can see. I just want to make sure I say the names of them right. You can see the edge of the Zurun Dunes, which is a large desert in the middle of Sumia, which none of you have been to, but you all have heard about its heat. You can see there is a sea to your left. It's called the Kanu Sea, which is a absolutely massive. It's called a sea for a reason. It's a massive like lake. Even from up here, it looks huge. And then you can see just over past the lake is the Yimba Wilds, which is kind of this jungle-like area of Sumia. But all below you and behind you, you can just see the Tilgi Forest. You can kind of maybe see little tiny areas where there's like little settlements or villages and maybe the occasional town. But as you all are flying through the air, you all suddenly are starting to approach Vaku's peak. And as you all are looking at the mountain range that is in front of you, you notice that one of the mountains is much taller than the rest of them. This is what you all know as is Vaku's peak. This mountain range, it's kind of colloquially known as Vaku's spikes, because all of the mountains look like these just spikes that are just shooting straight up out of the ground. They don't look like naturally generated mountains that you would think like in our real life. They are just these cones that are extending out of the ground. And then at the top of Vaku's peak, you see that there's just a vortex of tornado, or like vortex of clouds that is slowly going up from Vaku's peak. And as it gets higher into the sky, it is getting much darker. And these clouds are going higher than any clouds you have seen. Like you've seen clouds maybe intersect with the top of Vaku's peak, but the fact that these clouds are going up even higher is just an incredible amount of distance, probably like 10, 15 miles into the sky, which is nuts. So, yeah, as you all are approaching Vaku's peak, Alden, later I can tell you about what you read about. I'll need to formulate that on your journey. Do you read for the whole 6 hours?
I take a few cursory glances down at the ground below me and take it in. I think Alden definitely is like, she's like, Jesus Christ, whoa, this is pretty crazy. But also is just kind of like infatuated with this book because it's so good.
Yeah, it is a good book. Awesome. Right. Also got this dice. It's
It's
just
a great
stuck
chapter.
on my
I'm just
screen.
trying to finish the chapter,
Yeah.
I just can't put it down.
But as you all are approaching Vaku's peak, You notice, you're getting much closer now. The sun is on the horizon, as you see in the painting. It is, setting around this time, for this time of year. And as you are approaching with the reds and the oranges and the background, you see, as you get much closer to the mountain top, you are going towards the top of the mountain, and as you can see that there is snow covering the top of this mountain, and it seems like the clouds that are covering the peak are also just snowing down on top of the mountain. Moment. And as you start to approach, 1 second, I gotta take Olive on the balcony real quick, or on the patio. I will activate this real quick.
Activate.
Just so you all can see it. I'll hit space. Or you all can move around if you'd like.
Oh,
1 moment.
my book. I dropped my book.
Oh,
The door
Oh.
inscription.
I got air legs. Whoa, whoa.
Brr, man, brr, it's cold here.
Oh, I can't walk in a
Elvis.
straight line.
Brr.
Yeah, I'll say as you all get closer to Vaku's Peak, you see that there's this little landing that kind of juts outside of it, and you are, as you're approaching, the night sky is setting, or the sun is setting, but you see that there are these 2 torches to the either side of this stone door that is at the end of this little alcove on just the very edge of the top of Vaku's Peak. And it seems like at Busan, with the gusts of wind, have brought you just to this point, because as you approach it, you can feel yourself kind of slowing down with the wind, and you softly land on this little ledge. You all land. It's
La,
probably
la,
around like 7 or 8. The sun has basically set at this point. What is it you would all like to do?
Kevin wants to go turn his lights off to match the vibe.
What are these lights in front of us?
You
But I would
see
say
that there's some stone pedestals with these large flames on top that are providing these lights. It's probably like 4 feet off the ground.
Uh-huh. Can I just put my hand in it?
Sure.
Feel nothing, right?
It feels warm. How long do you keep your hand in it?
About 2 seconds.
Yeah, no problem. You stick your hand in for like 2 seconds and
Just checking.
just felt warm.
Just checking.
Just making sure. I do that once a day. Just stick my hand into the fire.
Anything else here? There's a door.
There is a door. Now, also, all of you, do you see like a little book on the door?
Yeah.
And if you double click it, do you see something?
Oh, yeah.
But you all
Okay.
do see an inscription? Is that all of you
Yeah.
that see it? Alright, awesome.
Hey, you guys see this? What does this mean?
I say stand back. I've been reading. I know this. And what check would I have to make?
Oh, what are you
If
trying
any.
to check
Oh,
about
I'm
it?
trying to read like what the inscription says. Just
Do you know Elvish?
no. Okay, no. Never mind.
Oh,
Alright,
wait,
you,
can you not read it?
you see
Nope.
Elvish.
On your
Vita,
game, can you not read it?
Well, I can read it like I can, but
Yeah,
Alden
okay,
can't.
okay. I didn't know
Yes,
if like
all-
the fucking
all
language
cannot.
changed.
Yeah,
No.
no, that'd be nuts
Okay.
if I could just put in a language.
I'm back. Did I miss anything?
You have all approached a door next to these pedestals with fire on top of each of them. And there's an inscription written in Elvish. So everyone who can read Elvish can double click on the book. Do you see a book there, Kevin?
Yeah.
And you
And
see
then
a
I
book,
asked
Felix?
Alden what he thinks of it, and then
I don't really think much of any of it, really. Don't. Yeah.
Is there anything unique about this fire?
if you go to inspect it, give me a perception check.
Yeah, I'd love to.
Yeah.
Oh. Sorry.
Christ.
I'm
I'm
a
gonna,
little bug that just got punched.
I'm gonna come back in real quick. 1 second.
Oh bother.
I got
Still
2
there.
candles going to match the
The
lights.
vibes.
Yeah.
Right. As you are looking at the flame, you look into the pedestal and you don't notice anything burning. Like, you don't see, like, the flame is not alighting some oil or something like that. It's just kind of this flame on top of this pedestal. So that is odd about it, but it looks like a normal, like it has the same color as a normal fire.
It says embrace the light, and I literally already put my hand in it, so that can't be the answer. How else do you embrace light?
Brother. Maybe you didn't put enough of yourself into it.
I'm going to close my eyes and try to open the door.
You push on the door?
Yeah, with my eyes closed.
Yeah. You push on the door and it does not budge.
I need to get some
Told you that.
spooky winter music.
Is there anything else on the door aside from the writing?
Yeah. I'll say, I don't think this is needed for a perception check, but I'll see you do, like, the door itself is split into 2. It's like French doors, right? And in the center of it appears to be like a circle that's like cut in half by the 2 doors, and then there are rays coming off of it. So it seems like some kind of sun engraving into the whole door.
Okay. If I cast ignition, can I? Yeah, can I cast ignition on the little sun engraving,
Sure.
which makes it begin to smolder? So I have to target its AC. So
Okay.
whatever the AC of a stone door is.
30.
Yeah, roll an attack just for fun. Yeah, you hit it.
Cool.
That's it.
Smolder.
All right. Well, that's that.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, one second, I'm just reading it. I'll say that the flame starts to emerge kind of from the center of the sun as you hit it, and as it hits it, you can see that the light from, say, it appears that some light starts to slowly creep up from the edges of the rays, but then it goes back down once the stone door is no longer smoldering or heated up.
With the beat this door. Can I see about lighting a torch and using one of the pillars to do so, if it would catch flame?
Oh, sure, yeah. If you bring out a torch and you light it, and you just hold it up to the door.
Yeah, I'm just like standing there holding it.
As you still hold up, you can see that the light in the rays goes a little bit further than it went with Felix, but as you're just holding it up to it, it stops probably about like 10% of the way.
Did you light the torch with just your like a match, or did you use the fire from the magic fire?
I wanted to use the magic fire and see
Yeah,
what happened.
Yeah, use the magic fire.
I will use my torch to do the same as well.
Okay.
Can I pick up this magic fire? 'Cause it's just floating. Can I just pick it up?
And maybe you need to hug it.
Yeah, can I like scoop it up?
You try and put your hands underneath it, and lift up with it, I will say that your hands kind of just go right through for a moment. They do not seem to be pick it up. But Felix, you light your torch in the same, and the light does go a little bit further. Say to 20%.
Even the 4 of us, that'll only be 40%.
That's good math, bro.
Where do we get the other 60? Do we know 6 other people?
Well, I can make a second me.
Okay.
What if we hold
I can
two
make a
torches?
blood
What if we each hold?
torch.
What if we each hold more than one torch, though?
Oh,
Yeah, let's do that.
How many
That's
torches we
still
got?
only 80%.
Well, then we
Yeah,
can
presume
use
we each have 2 torches. There's got to be. I feel like there's got to be a elegant answer to this riddle. Are there unlit beacons anywhere?
You look around, and there does not appear to be anything that's unlit. No.
How? So can you describe these beacons again? How big are they? What do
They're
they
like
do?
they're like 4 feet off the ground. These stone pillars that are probably about 2 feet wide, and yeah, and there's just this floating flame that's floating like an inch or two off the top of it. It doesn't appear to be ignited by anything.
What is up with that?
The sun must always shine. Do not let darkness take over. Embrace the light to enter.
Embrace the light.
The only light that we have right now is these beacons, right?
Yeah.
Right now,
How are they
yes.
lit? I think that's the key. Is how these are.
We have to
How are they
embrace the light, so we have to I'm kind of cluing on what that could imply.
A classic riddle.
Well, we can't touch them or pick them up, so we can't embrace physically.
What if I? So wait, the torch caught flame from these magic things, right?
Yes.
What happens if I stick my cloak in there, like the robes I am wearing?
Just like an edge of it, real quick.
Yeah.
It lights up like you would expect putting it into a flame.
Oh, dude, what are you doing?
Okay.
Alright. It works like a fire.
Uh-huh.
Well, I'm glad we figured that out.
Yeah.
I'll say, 1 second, I need to look at skill checks. But Felix, if you could.
For you?
For me? You roll a nature check for me, Felix. Oh yeah, that's pretty good.
24.
What you know about Vaku's Peak is Vaku is the name of there is a legend or like a children's tale about Vaku, that Vaku was a sorceress that hated the nighttime and wanted to always have it be day. And so what she would do is she would get to the top of this mountain, Vaku's Peak, that's why it's called that. And when the sun sets, she would set a light so bright that it was as if it was day again until the sun would come up again. And this is just some, story that you've heard about Vaku. You don't have no idea if it's true or not. But Vaku really liked the sun and hated the darkness. So that is what you recall about Vaku.
If I take the torch, okay, this might be stupid. If I take the torch and move it outside to extend the area of the light,
Yeah.
does that do anything?
How do you mean?
Like Minecraft.
Okay,
when you
yeah.
put,
So
like,
you
the
see
torch.
okay, so there's a radius of these 2 beacons right here, these 2
Yep.
viziers.
Yep.
So I have my lit torch. This area out here is assumedly unlit.
Mm-hmm.
I want to take a torch so that the area around me is now lit up as well. Does that have any impact on the door? I'm trying to reduce the amount of darkness on this landing.
I'll say it has an effect in terms of it does light up the edges of the rays a little bit, but not in the way that the when you held the flame to the center. It appears to be doing it from the outer edges of the rays, but it's still only a little amount.
Okay.
Hmm.
Outer edges of rays.
So, do not embrace the light to enter. Embrace the light. We
If
put the
I-
torches up. Oh, yeah, go.
Sorry, if I walk back and forth, will I see like the light on the door move along the engraving of the rays?
Yes, yeah, if you like move to the right, it seems like the ending of the rays are more glowy on the right than on the left, I guess I should say,
Okay.
as you move left and right.
Alright, I'll say that I think we need to focus more on removing darkness than just putting light up against the door.
Oh,
So,
Okay, we can spread out.
yeah.
Go over here with a torch.
I take out. I actually have. I think I have more than one.
If I ghost form with a torch on, will it duplicate?
I'll say yes for fun.
Does anyone have this green dice just in the middle of their screen?
Yeah,
No.
I had to log out and log back in to get rid of it.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna pull out. Ignoring that, I'm gonna pull out 2 torches. One I already have. I'm just gonna pull out another one and then light the other one. And just.
I'll
yeah,
try to do the same thing.
okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
I'll
just
do
trying to light up
I'll
the
put-
area.
I'll put one me like here and like another like the other me like here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at
I
that.
cast light on my club.
Ooh. I like that. And I'll say, as you all, if you all, any of you try and like go out here, the torch light starts to flicker quite a bit. But Felix, with your lighted up club, excuse me, it does not flicker because it's not affected by the snow that's falling.
Okay, so I think
Does anything happen?
Yeah, how does the door change?
Yeah, as you all are kind of walking around with the light, you can see that there's an ebb and flow as the sun rays are starting to fill in from the ends towards the inside. But I'd say it's probably about like 60% of the way there as you all are just kind of walking around it.
okay.
But I will also just mention that the end of the platform is not well lit.
Okay. I will not move any further away from the light then.
So and this like hard black barrier at the top. This was a
Just like the cave entrance, like it's just walls.
Can we watch this thing move, like the percentage lit up move in real time
Oh my
as
God.
we move around?
Hmm?
Do you have it, Craig?
Yes.
What is it?
I can okay, I thought I can only cast this. I can only have 1 light source. If you cast the spell while you already have 4 light spells active, you must choose one. Okay, I can have 4 of these active.
Put on each of us.
Yeah, okay, so everyone just hold out the thing you want to be glowing.
Well,
And then
sorry, question. I just this is important. We want more space. We want more total amount of light or more evenly spaced light.
I have no idea. We're gonna find out.
Because if we
It'll
want
be
evenly
both.
spaced light, you can cast it on just things. And we can leave them on the ground, right? Like we don't have to hold them. We can hold our
Well,
torches.
it's better if
and
we
then
hold them because then we can move with the light.
Okay. Yeah,
we can't put a torch on the ground.
We can
And
put
just
the
have
thing
it.
he lights up on the ground if we
Yeah,
want.
that's
to move.
what I'm saying. Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
so I can't
Okay.
apply the spell effect to you guys.
Mhm.
I think
But
there's-
you can, yeah, I would say
hold on,
just
one second.
I just put on myself.
Yeah, I was gonna say like
And it's
my
120
hat.
feet. So
Yeah, I put on my hat.
I actually don't think you even put it on an item. It looks like you just put it in a spot. Reading the spell.
Yeah, I was put on the spot I'm standing in then.
Sorry, I think it's thundering. It's just a very unusual sound pattern.
There's a severe thunderstorm right now.
Yes!
That's good. I like that.
Yes!
Oh, not for me, guys.
Yeah,
Okay.
so cry about it, baby man.
So,
So yeah, you can if you put it on a person, it shines on the person if they're willing.
yeah, so I just did that so it's like carrying an item. I don't know how to. I can't create an item and then apply the light effects to it, so I'm
That
just
is
saying.
fine.
But you can just choose
Where
4
do you want
spots because you could
where
just
do you
within
want the
120
light to
feet. So
be?
you just choose wherever you want.
I can place light. So just tell me
Yeah,
where you
but
want
yeah,
it.
that is true, but I can't place it, so I'm just placing my shit. Fuck is that? So yeah, light for all of you. So far, only me and Vita have the spell effect, but that's fine.
Wait, sorry. Don't put it on us. Put it in random
It doesn't
spots.
matter. It doesn't matter, and I
Yeah.
can't do that. I can do that in the game, but I relies on Steven. I'm only saying put it on yourself just because this is the easiest way to do it within the limits of Foundry. That's what I
Let
mean.
me see.
Can't Steven just put light orbs places though?
How
They have
about
to put
how
light
about
sources, but we
how
can't see them.
how about
It doesn't
let me
create a
say
token.
this: as you all have put down, you light various objects, put them around, stand with torches in other places. The rays of light slowly start to grow from outward, and then as it reaches towards the center, you see the center circle light up with light, and the
Oh.
door, the light goes through the
Alright,
cracks of the
Felix.
door, and
Yeah.
kind of cracks
Oh.
open just a little bit, and it seems that it has now been unsealed.
Amazing.
We're
You're
all
worth
glowing.
keeping around after all.
All
Good
right.
work.
Yeah. What do you all do with this now seemingly starting to open door?
Go right in, man.
I damp one of my torches and
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
it's so
keep one
fucking
out.
bright.
go
I
right
was
in.
And
I was gonna peek in first, but since people are going in, I'll follow.
I'll let them go first.
Go in.
I'll
So
go
they're
in.
just charging on in.
Let's say I'm not charging. I'm reluctantly moving in.
I definitely let
All in
Vita
the
go in
chargers.
first.
I'll go in
Like,
first.
It seems
And
Vita's
then
the only one enthusiastic about going in.
and then I wait to see what happens.
There's nothing in here.
Vita, do you enter with light or no light?
Oh, with light if I can.
We might
so I
want
can
to
see.
we might want to drop the light just in case. Well, I don't know, just in case there's people in here that could spot us. But also we need to have some amount of light up. But also, if the image is in Foundry is any indication, the light is ridiculously bright. Like my character looks
I'll
like
enter
he's
with light
they're bathed in the light of God.
so I can see.
Okay.
What is that
Then-
thing on your screen, Dylan? It's like touching your hand.
It's my familiar.
Oh, okay.
Ori.
It looks a little like
Little nya.
looks like a little nya.
I'll say as you go in with light, Vita, just peering in and just walk in like 5 feet, you see there is a wall in front of you and kind of a large wide hallway that goes to the left and the right, and you see two pillars just like from the outside that you all saw that were lit, but they are not lit.
There's some hallways, guys.
Oh my god.
Come on in.
Okay. All right.
All right.
And bring torches.
I enter with my big glow stick.
I turn away from the bright light as I walk by Felix.
Oh,
There are dogs barking outside.
can you guys light these? I didn't bring a torch and I didn't think about it.
Yeah.
As you all enter, you see that there's this hallway, and you see that it is a curved hallway as kind of your light goes to the left, and towards the end of either side of the hallway you see light emanating as well, and you spot there is a
Oh, I can't see
human.
creature
I
there.
don't see shit.
I moved forward just once and realized I was exposing stuff, so I stopped. But then I saw the creature.
There is a. You see on the right side, Turlon spots at least a person standing with their back towards you, wearing these dark blue robes,
Right now.
holding a
I'm go-
torch.
I'm going to instantly get back up against the wall and try to stop whoever's going to light something and say, "Get back! There's someone around the
Oh,
corner." And I'm just
wait
gonna
for
like
me.
put my hand out. It simply isn't though. Would it?
Vito does not care. He's walking. There's no danger. We were sent here.
Yeah, because there's danger.
Oh,
Yeah, Via,
Are you?
there's bad things happening here.
I'll
Are you
stop here.
Are you stopping or not? Okay, because then if you stop, I would say we have to be careful. We don't know if something got here before us. I'm gonna peek back around the corner. What can I intuit about the creature, the thing holding the torch?
Creature.
Yeah, you all see it just appears to be some humanoid wearing a red or a blue, dark blue robe, sorry, with their back towards you holding a torch. They don't seem to be alarmed. They kind of seem just to be standing there, just, their feet, shifting on their feet, just standing.
Would they have heard the huge ass door open just now?
They don't appear to be reacting.
Also,
Blue
is there
robes.
any
What the
like?
fuck is that about?
I also was going to ask, there's like any symbols on the robe that are discernible?
From
See?
from what you can see, just because of the distance, I'll say that it's like silhouetted. He's like holding a torch in front of him, so it's like, you cannot see the light. You would have to get closer, but you also all have light as well, and that may alert them of your presence.
Can anyone here see in the dark?
I can.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna take your torch. You're gonna go walk over to him and
No,
sneak.
hold on.
Alright.
I can. We don't. I can sneak over there. 1 second. And then I hand someone my glowing shillelagh. And then I. The fuck? It's a focus pool, motherfucker. Hold on.
I just want to narrate to whenever Felix starts going up to do the main approach to catch up with them, I'm gonna kind of hold like a mid distance, let them do everything, but I want to be sort of mid distance in case he desperately needs help or someone attacks him or something.
He wants
Okay,
to move.
Could be friendly.
They could, yeah, they could be. There's no
I
reason to have to be cautious.
Most likely
am.
friendly.
I transform into a rat,
Hell yeah.
and I am going to.
I kick him. No, I'm kidding. I'm playing.
I will. I would have smacked the shit out of you.
I actually
Okay.
pick him up and throw him.
No. I'm gonna go sneak
Dinner
over
time.
here.
I slink back up against the wall, Steven, and just keep a fine eye on anything that might be jumping at Felix.
Okay. As you are wandering, Felix, as you're in
I'm
roll
gonna try to
rat
be
form.
stealthy in my rat mode.
Yes, yeah. Please roll a stealth check from Mr. Rat.
Yeah.
Stealth rat. Oh hell yeah. Oh hell yeah.
Rat
Wow.
gaming.
Yeah, they're, it is. Felix is moving so fast, it's even kind of hard to track him. But Felix is running around. I'll deactivate your torch. But as you run up, you are kind of behind this guy, and you can see further down the hallway are these little tables with some papers on top, and then to the left of right where the cultist is standing, you see some stairs that lead up to some higher level.
Cultist?
Cultist.
So I want to move right here, and I want to try to see this creature's face, this humanoid's face.
Okay. And you're just trying to scamper along without them seeing you, what I say?
Yeah, I'm just trying to along the side of the wall.
I would say that you can see their face, and they appear to just be looks like a human male just standing and just kind of glancing around right now. Has not seen you.
He has a pale face.
Oh, he's just supposed to be standing there? Oh, okay. Oh my god. Okay, I wanna continue going this way.
You roll a stealth check for me.
Another one. Okay.
Yeah.
Steven, I can probably intuit that this is about the furthest I can get before having to like really stealth.
Yeah.
So that's how far I will go following the rat until I see the rat disappear into the distance. Then I will back up.
I will say that you are able to scamper by, and it doesn't appear that you have alerted the guy in the blue robe standing there. But as you go further down into the hallway, you see that there are more tables with more papers. And then you see that there is another humanoid in white robes standing at one of the tables, and they are wearing a white mask, it looks like, covering their face. And just standing at the tables, just going through some papers.
Okay. I wanna staying in the dark so that like outside of the blue robed human's light, so it's harder for them to spot me.
Mm-hmm.
I wanna scurry to this side of the wall. Ooh.
Mm-hmm. I'll say,
I assume I
yeah.
see this stuff.
Yeah, you see towards the end of the hall, it seems like this hallway is a big circle, and at the other end of the circle from where y'all entered, there are more pedestals with light on top of them, and it appears to be quite bright in that area, that on that other side of the circle.
None of you can speak with animals.
I can
I have a
speak
bird.
to animals.
I've got a bird.
Unfortunate.
I've got a bird that talks to me.
That's a paper. That's a
Yeah.
piece of origami.
I got a cat that talks to me. That's just in real life.
Okay. I'm thinking.
I'm thinking I'm back.
I'm back. I want to go. I don't want to be in the light, that bright light, so I want to go.
I'll say as you look up the stairs, it is just as bright as the bright light above. You can hear even up the stairs there appears to be some noises of some chatter.
Disliked. Okay, I'm gonna try to go back around then.
Okay.
Once I pass by. God damn it. I will go. Rat noise.
Yeah.
And then I want to go explore out this way to see what the MF situation is.
Okay. As you head that way, you see very similarly there is another blue-robed humanoid in this circle. And as you kind of make your way around, you can see that it is very much similar to the other way. There is a blue-robed person and then a bunch of tables with papers and another white-robed person.
Okay. I will come on back. Transform.
Yeah.
I would got it right here. And then I would pretty much just tell them what I saw. So it's 4 people, 2 in blue, 2 in white. The blue ones are keeping watch. Stairs go up, very bright, and then on the other end of the circle is another room, very, very bright.
And we're thinking they're
Okay.
bad.
Blue and white. Sorry, I should say blue and white robes. Steven. Does that ring any bells? White masks, blue
I'm
and white
wearing
robe.
blue robe.
Okay,
yeah.
then.
Is it not
Hell
like
yeah.
mine? I'm
It
serious.
is a lighter
I'm
blue
serious.
robe. It's a
I'm
lighter
serious.
blue robe.
But like I'm like, do I know
yeah.
anything just with my whole, association with illicit organizations?
Mhm.
Have I heard this, seen this?
No, nothing with regards to those kinds of organizations, but I will Let me look real quick. Turlon and sorry, Felix can do a religion check for me.
I want to do one. I want to do one.
Me!
God. Religion, you said?
Religion, yes.
Pick me up.
Okay, Steven, I swear to
Yeah.
God, I meant to say when I told you about my cognitive crossover, I
Mhm.
meant to say occultism and religion. I'm being so serious.
Sure.
Let me
And-
double check and make sure that is one of the options, but I was fairly certain that was an option for cognitive crossover. Yeah. Okay, yeah, because performance isn't even an option. Okay, yeah. Sorry, occultism and religion.
Okay.
With that in mind, if I fail to get any knowledge from
Wait.
this, I can use my occultism roll. I can
Sorry,
roll
hold
occultism
on.
instead.
Yeah.
I think I might not have had Foundry updated properly. I'm supposed to be trained in religion.
Yeah, it's odd. I don't know why it's not.
Yeah, so
You can re-roll if you want.
Am I allowed to use
could I
my?
just
Yes.
could I
you
keep the
can.
roll and just add the missing? It would
Sure.
have been a
Yeah, it's +4, right?
with train it would be +9,
Oh, you're right. Yes. Never mind.
so it would be a 19 because I rolled a 10.
And
Okay.
am I allowed to use my cognitive crossover
Yes.
here?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Jinx.
You owe me a table.
Oh.
You both. I realize that was just like an AIDS thing that I said, and y'all don't understand it. But I would say
Glad I did
that.
it.
We know table.
Yeah, you know
Yeah.
table.
Oh, I know all about table.
Yeah,
Unfortunately.
but I would say both of you, especially you, Felix, since you saw the robes up close, that with Vaku's Peak, with this huge storm brewing above, and the last storm was this massive blizzard, and with your knowledge of just the general symbols and colors that would be associated with this deity, I would say both of you can put together that these are probably followers of Dalji, who is the goddess of blizzards.
So not necessarily bad,
Man,
but
I
so
can make-
the
What
reason
order is she
Um,
part in? Who is she under?
I would say Felix, you would know this, that she is under Vidana.
Uh,
Okay.
the reason we came here, guys, right, was there's just all of a sudden weird like storm cloud. Was it storm clouds or just
Yes.
ash?
Well, there was a
Up
blizzard in the
Storm.
forest too that
It was
wasn't supposed
literally
to
a
happen.
blizzard. Yeah. So
Yeah,
these
oh.
so these assholes, they are the god. They worship the god of blizzards, and they are causing the blizzard probably. So I guess we maybe want
Okay.
them to stop, but that doesn't necessarily mean we need to kill them.
Well,
But
I
we
can
could.
turn myself into one of them if we want to talk to one.
Would they, if there's so few here though, would they really believe that there's a random fifth one?
Yeah, I don't know if this is not a bad idea, but I think that only really works if it's a larger organization. We don't really know if there's just like a small handful doing this.
I messaged you, Steven.
Yeah.
Does anyone have like a sleep spell, stun, something we can use to take this one of them captive and question them?
Well, I'm asking Steven right now. I'm DMing him.
No, I don't have anything like that.
I'm pending
Just turn
Steven's
into one of them.
response.
Yeah, 1 second.
I'm going to look at you, Felix, and say, if I can get close enough to one of them, yes, I can subdue them quickly and quietly. You said they were all separated from each other?
Yeah, the one to our right. I'd say the one to our left is probably the blue one to our left is probably the best bet. The white robe was looking away from them towards the far wall. The one on the right is more in their line of sight. So
I'm
let's
gonna
go with the left.
Do any of you have the ability to enhance my stealth? You magic users?
I don't.
No.
What? Hold on, let me see. No, I only prepared shit to kill
Although,
today.
because
That's
of our connection, if they are alerted by you, I can help.
Do some stuff.
All right.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll keep eyes on.
I'm going to grab one of my esoterica, like a small little like emergency pouch of esoterica in a small leather bag, and pop it in my pockets, and I take off my coat and I hang it. This is entirely like fluff, but just to be quieter, I take off my coat and I hand it over to Alden. It you can feel your when you grab it, you don't expect it to be as heavy as it is. Your like hands fall down almost. And then I kind of like slink away. I back up against the wall, and I'm gonna try to subdue a lonesome guard. Steven. You
First,
said the one to the left, so over here was best
Yes.
option.
In my
Yes.
mind, yeah.
And I would say, as creep up, can you give a stealth check for you just to get up to him?
Yep. Are we privating these at all? Like secret, just GM know them, or what? Or am I just public rolling them?
Let's just do it public just for fun.
Okay. 23.
You are slinking up to him, and they do not seem to notice you.
So I'm right up on him then?
Yeah, I'd say that you are, within mere feet of this fellow.
All right. What I'm going to do, and you tell me whatever I need to roll, is what I want to do. And of course, Steven, you know why this is something I can do, and I'm good at this. I am going to basically run up behind him, and I'm going to put my arm behind his neck and just immediately, like, pull it back. And then I'm going to cover his mouth very tightly. And then I will just, I will whisper in his ear, "Stay quiet if you want to live." And then I basically just start to pull him back. Presumably within the goal is to briefly knock him unconscious. And then pull him back.
Mm-hmm. I will say that make an unarmed attack for me.
Okay. I need to make sure I get that. I got that. I am a +6. I don't know if I actually have a unarmed weapon listed in my equipment. I do.
It
Okay,
says,
cool.
yeah, it
Yep, I
says
do.
+9.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna hero point that because that couldn't be worse, basically.
Don't
Better.
get more worse than that.
Not much better, but 15.
Yes, I will say that given that, especially since he is not ready for this, and I'll say that there's a little bit of, off-footedness, off guard, or whatever it's called, flat-footedness, I'd say that you are able to basically grab onto him, say, be quiet if you want to live, and then strike him in the head enough that he is dazed as you pull back. Now I want you to do a athletics check as you pull back on him.
Yep. You guys see that this all happens shockingly quick. 12.
Me when I'm shocked. I will say that as you are dragging back this cultist, there are noises of being dragged. His feet are kind of dragging against the ground because this is a much bigger person than you were expecting, comparing to the robes, or a much heavier person, I should say. But you are able to drag him back without him resisting.
And he's conscious, but dazed and
Yeah, he's just
knows the
dazed.
situation.
Yeah, he's just
Alright.
dazed and out of it right now.
I'm going to, as I pull him up, I presume Steven, you'll keep him with me.
Yeah.
I'm going to whisper very, very forward. Oh, my guy got knocked out of the wall. That was weird. I'm gonna whisper, get a rope, get a rope.
Oh, whoops, sorry. I get you.
That
I have both of you.
was really funny. That was really funny. Yeah, so you guys see that I drag him over And I whisper hurriedly to for one of you to get a rope, as I'm just have an arm around his neck, and my other arm is covering his mouth.
I'm still holding his
Probably have
Roland's
a
cloak.
rope in my bag.
Mhm.
Some rope. I would
I
need
don't.
something
I
else.
don't have a rope.
Get some
I have
rope.
one. I have one. I have one.
Yeah, I'm gonna say bind his mouth as well.
Okay,
Uh,
I do that.
And now I presume, without much effort and more quietly, we can all move him over here, even further out of range of his friends.
Yes.
can you do that like 4 more times?
I kind of look at you, and you can see I'm just now sort of like calming down, short of breath. Maybe.
I'll say that the guy is getting a little bit more coming to, and he's got his eyes wide and his mouth is like gagged with rope, and he's just looking like his eyes are darting back and forth at y'all. And
Do any of you have message, the spell?
Nope. I don't.
That'd be too bad. That'd be great to use for interrogation right now.
Maybe.
Vita, do you?
No.
No. Maybe. No.
Got some secret spells.
All right. So this person just looks like a normal human, right?
yeah, as you're getting a closer look at him, he looks like
Okay.
a guy just in his 30s. He doesn't seem to be too wild or like crazy. Just looks like
That's
a
awesome.
person.
Okay, so I'm gonna take my coat back from Alden, and I'm going to be suddenly kind of demanding and be telling you guys to do things. You don't actually have to listen to me, but that's what's happening in character. I'm going to tell Alden to get behind him and hold him back, and I'm gonna stand in front of him, and I'm gonna tell Felix and Vita to get on my sides here and here.
I
Hold me
put 2
back, hold me
firm
back.
hands on the guy.
Okay. I'm going
Firm.
to take out my rapier.
Whoa! What'd this guy do?
Do you say that actually?
Yeah. It says that.
I'm going to. This person's human.
Yeah.
I'm going to say in Elvish to Vita. I'm going to interrogate him. The
Okay.
rapier is for a threat. I tell him if he screams when I take this gag out of his mouth, he will die. I will slit his throat. So he does not
Okay.
scream, so he does not give us away, so we do not get in trouble.
Got it. Okay.
It is
I'm
important. It is important we keep him calm.
Is
Sounds
he,
good.
the guy's hearing all this, or I guess he
It's
doesn't
in
know
Elvish.
We're
Elvish?
speaking Elvish.
Yeah,
I'm
presuming.
going
I
to.
don't know.
I'm going to take out my rapier, and I am. Yeah, I don't need to do that. I'm just going to put it up to his comfortably away from his throat, but within striking distance, right? Like 4 or 5 inches, right? And I'm going to say to him, back in common now, we're going to ask you questions. Do not scream. We do not want to hurt you. We do not want anything to go wrong. We just need information. The rapier is to make sure that you don't scream. We will have to kill you if you do. And I'm going to tell Alden, ungag him.
I'm like, all right. Gingerly reach down and yoink the gag.
If he screams at all, I'm going to slit his throat.
He does not scream. He's just he's breathing heavily.
I'm going to say thank you. I'm going to look to Felix, Vita. Do you have any questions for him? If not, I do.
Yes. I have questions for
Go ahead.
How is he positioned? Is he on his knees?
Yeah, let's say he's on his knees.
Okay, I kind of squat, half squat a little bit to be eye level with him. And I'm like, who are you? What are you and your robed friends doing here?
He says, I'm Harry. I'm here. I'm with Juchan.
With Who is
Yeah.
that? I don't know who you and your fucking friends are. Who is that?
Uh, well, we just uh, all follow, Dodgy, and we're just, I think they're making a blizzard or something. I don't know.
Why?
I'm just down here. I don't know. I think it's,
Who does know?
the people on the higher levels should probably know. I'm just down here as a guard.
How
How
many levels
many?
are there?
Yeah.
There's, like, maybe like 50 or so.
And we're on the
Fif-
bottom.
There, I know that there's levels below, but we don't go down below.
Okay.
How
So-
many of you guys are there?
Like a lot, like 50 or so.
So you make blizzards. That's what you do.
Just yeah, we're just trying to impress Dolgy.
Recently, there's been some very, very, very large, dangerous blizzards happening around the city. Sorry, I'm still in Solaria. It's Riddock. I'm still in Solaria mode. It was Riddock that this was happening
town.
around, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seemed to be
More than
the
just the
blizzard
city.
was the whole forest.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say a blizzard has overcome the Tipke forest. We're very concerned about this. Do you have any idea why?
I just know that they're I from what I could guess, I think it's just Jujon who's like our leader. He's just trying to impress Dolgy, just make a big blizzard,
Okay.
I don't think he means any harm with it.
All right. I believe you.
Do I believe?
I guess yeah, I'd
As in that level, is there any facial tells that are obvious of a liar?
he seems to be telling the truth, I would say.
Okay. No
Seems-
obvious tells that he's lying.
No, he just thinks that they're just making blizzards to impress Dolgy.
I'm going to say in Elvish. I hope it looked you guys. Sorry, it's just Alden who can't understand Elvish, right?
Yes.
Sorry, Alden. I'm gonna say
Pretend like he can
Alden, like,
understand again.
nods his head whenever you just
Yeah.
start talking. And he's just like,
I will say in Elvish. I will say in Elvish. I hope it's not anything more sinister than that.
It is.
I
And
will
then
say.
I'll
I will say in Elvish. I know.
I'll say in Elvish. Well, he seems to be telling the truth, and then now what are we gonna do with him? He's seen us. Do we just kill him now?
No, we're not going to kill him.
I agree.
There's no reason.
In English.
I said that all in Elvish.
I know, but Alden said it in English.
Alden said, I agree.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. I said we can't kill him. What we can do is knock him out and leave him in the corner.
I don't know about that.
I've done this plenty. He'll be fine. He will survive it. He will wake up in an hour or two, and hopefully by then we will be gone or have much bigger
Oh.
problems.
Yeah, I can just pretend to take his place if anybody runs into us.
That is. Now I think that's a good idea. Now that we've
Yeah.
removed one.
Now we know there's a lot more people. We've taken one out.
Yes. We could maybe use your disguise to get all four of us guard outfits.
Nope.
Later.
Well, I mean, you said you could disguise, but I'm saying that we could.
We
You
can
have
do more
magic.
mundane disguises.
Yes, we can get
Ah.
more mundane disguises. I know you can only magic one of them.
So we can
Um,
have 2 total now.
Is there anything else we
Right.
want to know about this man? So that's 2. We have 2 good disguises, 1 rat. How long can you be a rat?
I can be a rat for 10 minutes. Once I have one
That's
more
enough
casting of the
time
spell.
to get 2 more, I think.
Before I need to refocus.
And Alden's
Bas-
kind of wearing light blue robes anyway.
Do we need to ask this guy any other things? We should ask them what they do to intruders.
Yeah.
Are you
Oh,
guys
true.
mean? I will say, and should we be caught investigating the upper layers, what could we expect to happen to us?
Uh,
Do you all carry weapons? Would you attack us?
he kind of looks to the left and the right, and he says, I think if you're friendly, I don't think we'd attack you, but I don't know. I'm new here.
That's so funny. Okay, so above board, I think he's probably telling the truth that the average person here is friendly, and we can probably get through a certain amount before we're going to get to the real baddies who are doing actual bad things, if that makes sense.
If
So
everyone is as like, oh, I can't remember the Blizzard Goddess's name. If it's for the Blizzard Goddess, it's okay. I feel like it's probably gonna be some malicious entity has infiltrated the cult of the Blizzard Goddess and is using them to try and commit eco-terrorism or whatever.
to that
Does
end, we
Felix
can
say
probably
else?
talk to
How
the
do you talk this, Felix?
underlings.
This is my guess.
So yeah,
Yeah. Do you
I'm
not know about
going.
eco-terrorism?
No.
What are tadpoles?
Okay, yeah. Do we have any? I'm gonna say in Elvish. Do we have any other questions for this man? And then I'm going to whisper in common to Alden. Do you have any other questions for this man?
Why don't we ask him how they generate the blizzard, how they worship, so we can have an idea on how to stop it?
I nod at you. How do you make these blizzards? What magic do you use? Is it just prayer?
Well, I've only ever done like really small little snow flurries, but the newer people, or the older people, I should say, the older people, they can create storms themselves, and if they do it all together, then that's how they're doing it. I think.
How old are they?
How old are they? I don't know. They seem ancient.
Oh. So do you have any money on you?
I'm gonna say Alden. We're not taking his money.
I don't have money.
So we're not taking your money. We're not taking your money.
We don't need money up here.
I'm gonna look at you, and I'm gonna look at him, and I'm just gonna calmly say, "What's your name?"
Harry.
My name's Harry.
Harry.
Oh right,
Potter.
I say, Harry, I'm Turlon. Thank you for all the information you've given us.
I'm Harry Potter.
You're welcome.
And then I'm gonna
What
say
are you
in
gonna
Elvish.
do with me?
I'm gonna say in Elvish. Are we done here?
I'm gonna take out my shillelagh, walk around behind him, and then say in common, "Yes, we are."
And I'm gonna try to say. You tell me what you're gonna do, Alex.
I'm gonna just knock him out, club him over the head, and knock him out.
I'm going to start saying, we are not going to kill you. We are going to, and then I don't know if you let me talk or you knock him out. I just wanted to say that.
I like, we're not gonna kill you. Whack. And then,
Okay.
good night, Harry.
Okay.
I was
Good
gonna
night,
hurt
Ed.
you.
Yeah.
And then with
Really?
that, I twirl my
Really.
fingers, and I immediately am dressed exactly like Harry.
Hell yeah.
How big is Harry?
The clothes fit
Harry.
me.
I'll say that Harry is just your average
Right.
like height, but he's a little bit of a bigger fella.
I strip him. I take his clothes,
Nice.
and then I leave him. I'm like, I kind of feel bad, but not really.
Where did your
Let him
clothes
keep
go?
his undershirt at least.
Yeah.
Long
Let him
keep his
let him.
underoos.
Yeah.
And then
You're gonna need this.
I take my clothes off and I put on his. Actually, no. You know what? I don't even do that. I take off my hat, and
Mhm.
you see Alden is like shaved bald on purpose
Wow.
to make himself like. Actually, that's wrong. He has hair, but it's just like the beard, like dyed white, like very
Wow.
poorly.
Okay.
It's powdery.
Wow.
And then instead of taking off his cloak, he just puts the other cloak on top of his.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Warm as fuck.
Warm, dude. Yeah, we're in a cold mountain.
So we've left this guy wearing underwear and pants at least, and a shirt.
Yes.
Okay.
He has his undershirt and his long johns on, so he'll be fine.
So I'm
Mhm.
gonna
Keep him out of the wind.
And then I
I'm
put up
gonna-
the hood.
take his ropes, and I'm going to. Should we leave him tied up, and his friends will help him later?
Yeah, we should
Okay.
probably just tie him to this thing.
Yeah, like the bottom of the brazier. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Let's
right
do
up.
it.
Let's actually position him right here so he doesn't like freeze to death.
No, he'll get seen by a random patrol. We should put him behind
Okay.
here. It's harder to be seen for him. So put him like right behind a brazier.
Tied up.
I don't know. For what it's worth, it doesn't look like a friendly minion, but
Punch or
a
kick,
friendly.
fucker. freeze or die. Actually, sorry, free or freeze.
How cold is it here?
Have y'all shut the door?
Yeah,
No. Yes.
we'll shut it now.
Yeah, if you shut it, it's probably like 40, 50 degrees.
It'll be
Like,
fine.
Oh, that's
like there's
fine.
there's,
Yeah,
there's
no,
no
okay.
flames
It's
around.
not great, but it'll be fine.
It's not good,
Fine.
but it's not bad.
You can survive being chilly. I was worried he was gonna be frozen.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
All right. I'll say, how about, just for the sake of time, how about we end the session there where y'all are about to
Okay.
fully,
Alright.
2 of you are disguised, one is going to be a rat, and then there's Turlon, who's sneaking around, knocking out people. We will see how y'all infiltrate the rest of Vaku's peak.
Cool. That was fun. That was a good
Good
session.
stuff.
50
Good stuff.
floors.
Good game.
50 floors.
I'm
Good stuff.
excited. I'm excited.
Mega dungeon time.
Oh yeah, this is y'all's first little dungeon stuff.
Most excellent.
I'm gonna have
Dungeon
to
number
make
1.
Gonna have to make
It's
a lot more
Undermount.
floors.
All right.